Witch Project. I'm your host, Emily Steckel. I'm a Reiki practitioner, a pharmacist, and a passion witch. And on the show, we chat with folks who are living their most authentic and wonderfully weird lives and following their passion. And today we are joined by Sally B, owner of Kneaded Ease. She is a phenomenal massage therapist. I'm so grateful that you're here with me, Sally. How are you doing?
Excited to be here. Thanks
Heck
for having me.
yeah. Oh my gosh, this is such a treat. So yes, I'll start by saying that Sally is my massage therapist, and she is the first massage therapist who has ever actually made me drool on a table. That's a feat. I think you should wear that like a badge of honor. It was and every single massage that I've had with you has just been phenomenal. So we'll make sure that our viewers know how to find you at the end. But I like to start by asking, if you could be the best in the world at one thing, what would it be?
Honestly, what I'm doing. I want to be a healer. I am so called to heal people. I didn't really understand what that looked like when that first kind of entered my brain, but as I am going through this whole journey that I'm on right now, that's it. I feel drawn to help people shed the life that has made them a shell of a person and become who they really want to be, a thriving individual with no pain.
Yeah, I love that. That's so gorgeous. And it resonates so strongly with kind of like what I'm hoping for myself too. I wonder about the word healer. I know so many folks are hesitant to adopt that word for one reason or another, right? It's something I've been thinking a lot about myself recently. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your thoughts about that word.
It's interesting because in school they tell us you're not healers. You are a facilitator. You facilitate healing. The body heals itself. The person heals themselves. I do and don't believe that. And I had this conversation with a colleague recently. He's like, no, I'm a healer. I'm like, I truly believe I'm a healer too. When I work on people, the energy flow, you can feel it. People walk away in a completely different state than they walked into my office. It's really powerful. It's crazy.
And I think, the thing that I've settled on, I've started to adopt the word as well. And I think if you heal no one else but yourself, you are still a healer.
Oh, I have healed so many aspects of myself and continue to.
Right? I wonder, your own healing journey, if you're open to talking about it, what have been some of kind of the bigger moments in your life that have led you to this role right now where you feel so at peace with your work?
Oh, at peace is an interesting choice.
Perhaps that wasn't the right word choice. I'm interested in your thoughts.
So I have been through a lot. I've only been a massage therapist for just over 3 years, just hit my 3rd anniversary October 1st.
Congrats.
But it's my 3rd career, really.
Yeah.
I've been the broken human. I've been the person that had chronic pain and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of care that did nothing, and health insurance issues. And I worked for a health insurance company and saw how that was a problem firsthand. And I've had personal trainers. I've done all kinds of workouts and physical therapy and pelvic floor therapy and injections and everything. Nothing works. I was sick of it. The day I went to massage therapy school, I was out of work. Well, I was still employed. I was on a leave of absence from work because I was really depressed. Logging into my computer every day gave me anxiety so much, like I couldn't breathe.
I know, I just felt that. Whew,
Yeah,
yep.
It's it was literally killing me to do my job because it just felt so wrong. It was so opposite of who I am as a human. And I could feel it. It was killing me. When I went to, so I was depressed, out of work, going to a mental health practitioner. I went to my mental health practitioner. She's like, I really think you should go back to your job. I'm like, I really don't think that's the right choice. So I broke up with her, went to the massage therapy school and said, I'd love to enroll. They're like, how is your mental health? I'm like, it's so great. It's never been better. The day I made that decision, my brain chemistry changed.
I just got chills.
The day that I decided that I didn't want to follow all the things that I've been told I should do my whole life got better. Going into massage therapy, I have solved pretty much all of my physical ailments. The energy work is a big piece of it. Understanding all of the darkness that has kind of like been piled onto us over time, just peeling that away layer by layer in this work has been tremendous.
Do you find that things shed just when they're supposed to?
Mm-hmm. We don't always get what we want when we need it, but we always get what we need, and it never looks like what we think we need.
Isn't that an interesting thought, right? I think we both resonate with the idea of setting an intention, right? You know, in my session with you the other day, I was sharing something that I was processing, some hard things that I had to do. And you said, okay, like we can call in some allies to help with this, right? We called in some essential oils to help with the process, which was so beautiful. And so we can set intentions. At the same time though, it always feels like we don't have a whole ton of control.
We don't. We have none.
What happens?
We think we have so much control.
How do we reconcile those two things?
We have free will. We can make choices, but we literally have no control. That's where I've landed recently with all of my spiritual work. I'm like, oh yeah, yep, I'm not in control of anything.
Mm-hmm. I suppose though, what do you think about the idea that we have control over our reactions?
We do and don't. We can have an initial reaction and then we have to think about it if we want to feel something different than our initial reaction. We're conditioned to react to things over time, but then we can call out whether or not that's still how we want to feel about stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And shift our own minds later.
Yeah. I wonder, you know, thinking about how we shift. For me, I find people that I care about, people who care about me, tend to be some of the most compelling shifters in how I think and react in the world. Have there been people that stand out on your journey that have really like moved you forward in ways that you're grateful for?
My friends, the people that I have collected in my life over the past 10 years, just in like health journeys, like just trying to be a healthier person in general, I've attracted the most amazing, mostly women, into my life. And they have been such a, not spiritual guide, but they've been such a support in all of the good decisions that I have wanted to make. My personal cheerleader group, essentially. Yeah.
It's, I feel like, I don't know if you've found this, are there friends that you've had from like early on that you've carried through, or have the friends that you have now, the ones that are really like your cheerleaders, your core kind of support system, did they start to come as you were doing the work to step into your most authentic self? Like, what's been your journey there?
I have some longtime friends, but I really don't keep in touch with them. Like, good to know you're still alive across the country, but we don't really talk, right? It's definitely been I am attracting people into my life that match my energy. And I feel it so much more the last few years, really, because I mean, I'm diving into that work more. I'm channeling into myself and energy all the time. But I'm attracting very different people into my life than I have before. And those are the ones that stick.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? Like these just magic people that pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I'll be in a room and be like, see somebody across the room and be like, I don't know who that is, but I have to go talk to them.
Yes.
People are like a magnet sometimes. It's nuts.
I feel that, like that magnetic resonance, right? It's sort of, you know, it's a little bit the law of attraction, right?
Yeah.
Like attracts like, you know, we find we're drawn to people who are kind of resonating at the same frequency. How is it, do you think, or perhaps you have, you know, maybe you know, how is it that we're making those connections? Like, how is it that we're finding the...
So I've been doing a lot of reading about souls lately, and
Please share.
there's so many things. It's so exciting.
Yes.
Delicious. But I've read some books about the soul living many lives, and I'm continuing reading a lot of things about this. And the more I read, I'm like, oh, everything makes sense. Everything fits together, and even in the work that I'm doing, it all fits together. But souls are connected from lifetime to lifetime. supposedly, apparently. And I believe that because there's people that I'm like, we've been connected before. You seem like one of them.
Totally.
It's like, I think we've been friends a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Fascinating how people are connected.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, are we going to discover one day, are we going to be able to quantify or qualify how it is that we're sensing that connection, the way we've been able to figure out how we smell and see and hear, and then more recently, how we experience internal signals or interoception or proprioception, right? Like, I wonder if one day...
I bet.
bet.
Because even you're familiar with chakras and the chakra colors. I don't know what the measurement device is called, but I know that a measurement device does exist where they can actually see the colors in the chakras. So yeah, I have no doubt that we will understand more about our energy in the future.
And it's so challenging, right? Having these conversations with folks who maybe, I don't know, maybe haven't had that curiosity, perhaps, right? Because it's, you know, it's such a lived truth. Once you're connecting once you're in it, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I wasn't aware of this before.
Oh my God, everything's connected like Avatar.
Right, like, oh my gosh, we're living in this like beautiful, like magical, you know, magical place.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm sure you have clients from all backgrounds, and probably you decide what's you know worth talking about with each person, but you know, inevitably we have conversations with people who think really differently. How do you show up to those conversations where
everyone is an individual and they are treated where they are when they come to my office? Everybody is coming from a very different space. I've had people come in my office like, no energy work, okay?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I respect you where you are.
Yeah.
We can have other conversations about things as they come up, but I just meet people where they're at.
And there are I think it really is so beautifully speaks to the fact there are so many ways to enter healing, right? I mean, we can enter it from an energetic space, but my God, we can enter it through just compassionate touch of the body.
Touch is one of the most basic, important things.
Please tell me all your thoughts about touch.
I don't have children. I don't think you have children.
I have a dog,
but
who loves touch.
What's one of the first things that you're told, or that a mother is told when they have a baby? Skin to skin contact.
Yeah.
Touch. Loving touch is one of the most basic needs a human has.
Yeah.
Anybody who isn't getting hugged or isn't in a relationship or isn't getting, you know, their hand held or, you know, some warmth from another human that is a compassionate warmth, they're really missing out. They are missing something very deep in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to some degree we've sterilized the world of touch a bit. Like, I think about my background as a pharmacist. I didn't touch my patients that I saw one-to-one. Some folks, you know, for years I was seeing them one-on-one, helping them, you know, manage diabetes and other things. And it wasn't until I left and said goodbye that I hugged them. And it was like, oh, this is what we both needed all along, you know?
Yeah.
It takes courage, I think, in this world to say, I need touch, and to also say, I want to give touch.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I make new friends. I'm like, let me see your hands. And I start working on people's hands. And then we have a whole conversation. Working at home was a big part of people not being in touch as much. COVID shut down, people being completely isolated, social distance, huge depression issues with that.
Huge. I forget who it is. There's a therapist who says we need 8 hugs a day for our
that's
mental
probably
health. Just
on
to
the low
maintain.
end.
Yeah. Yes, she says that's for maintenance, 4 for survival, 12 to grow, 12 to expand. How do you think, you know, being someone who is very passionate about touch, how do you think that we can move forward collectively and do better?
Oh, interesting question. Well, so much has to change in our society. That's a tricky one. It would be really amazing if self-care stuff, well, I guess this is self-care, what I do. It's self-care to somebody else when I work on them, right? But I think self-care in general has to be a bigger conversation. Stop medicating and numbing people from their body and their mind and let them be in touch with the themselves.
It's scary to do that.
That's the start.
It's scary to do that, right? For so many folks who maybe are feeling isolated and lonely, to have to sit with your unmedicated body and mind. It can be...
It's uncomfortable. I've been there. I've been on the medication train, the hiding from everything that you feel, hiding from pain, hiding from depression, hiding from anxiety. It sucks. It's really uncomfortable to work through that. Really, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's important.
Yeah. It is. I agree. You know, having been a pharmacist for years, I see the value in medications as a bridge. I think they can be a really good bridge.
It's nice to be able to lean on something when you need to. It's not good to rely on it all of the time.
Yeah. It comes back to the idea of intent.
Yes.
Right? Why are we taking it? Are we taking it to provide some support to our body or our mind in this moment while we do that deeper work to figure out what's at play and how we can heal ourselves?
What's really wrong?
Yeah. And even that word, like, wrong, like, what are we being called to be curious about? I like to think about it like that, right? Like, I had, I'll share this. I have a friend who's a no-touch chiropractor. And she led us in a group visualization activity the other day. And she said, okay, I'm gonna have you close your eyes and think about a symptom happening in your body. Could be anything. And so I felt a UTI coming on. And so that was a symptom I chose to focus on. And she kind of guided us through it, and she said, think about, you know, perhaps this symptom appears, you know, visually to you as an animal or as an element of some sort, a storm, right? Like, what is it that's coming to you? And so for me, it was a snake wrapped around my urethra, squeezing it. And she said, now invite it to be seen. Allow yourself to engage, to be curious about whatever it is. So this little snake, I just kind of like held out my hand to it to invite it to be present. And all of a sudden it grew and like surrounded me as this sort of like majestic.
Yeah.
And it became at that point an ally almost. And
Your new feather boa?
It was a new feather boa. And what I came to understand was like it was shame. The root of it was shame, right? I think I can say this on air. I had sex for the first time since getting divorced. And like there was shame there, right? So it's like, it's so fascinating how our bodies manifest all of that deeper gunk.
It's funny you say that. When I was still in therapy before I broke up with my therapist, and I was having really, really chronic lower back pain.
Yeah.
SI joint pain. I had injections and I was in pelvic floor therapy and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
She would tell me to close my eyes and sit with my pain and think about it and try to identify it, and I thought she was nuts.
Interesting.
I was not prepared for that. I wasn't there in my journey. Now I'm doing the same thing for other people, and I understand it very differently, and that fascinates me too.
Right.
But like knowing where people are coming from helps me work with them.
Definitely. How do you gauge that?
Ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite questions to ask?
Well, it depends on the client.
It's
every situation is different. Every person is different.
Yeah. I think, one of the cool things that you had mentioned, well, let me just share. One of I think my favorite things about you is when I'm on your table, I am not feeling your energy. Like I'm not, and I mean that in like a safe way.
Yeah.
Like you have this ability to like hold my body, to hold my energy, so that I'm just totally at peace. It's such a confidence that you bring. It's
I'm very, very intentional.
and that's exactly it. Yes. So that intention, right? It's I think like setting that intention up front, like being thoughtful about it initially. It allows pieces to fit into place. It allows things to be easier in the process than perhaps if you were having to react or respond.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we always still have to do that too, but.
Yeah, but it's funny when I work, I don't always feel like I'm in control. I feel like I am being guided all the time.
Yeah.
People come in, they tell me what, I ask, what do you want to work on today? They tell me, and then I formulate some sort of plan, and then I start working, and I don't always feel like I'm driving this ship.
Yeah.
I have intentions, but then I just let wherever I'm guided happen.
Exactly.
And I know that is like higher people guiding me, higher people guiding my client. I'm just a vessel. I'm listening, and I'm just working.
Exactly. Like
So
having
fun.
the faith in that surrender. Like, I mean, it takes work just to get to that point
Yeah,
where
it
you
did.
can surrender, right? Where you can just feel like, okay, yeah, I mean, I've set the intention. I know that whatever is happening is for the highest and best good of both of us, and I don't have to control it.
When that first started happening to me, and I'd be like, that's weird. I've never done that before. I don't know why I just did that with you. I would like say that out loud to my client,
Yeah.
like they had any idea. Like they don't know.
Yeah.
They're just along for the ride. And I'd be like, I don't know why I just did that. How did it feel? And they're
Yeah.
like, great. It's exactly what I needed. And like, okay.
Cool.
My client was like, oh, I was just thinking about that spot, and then you went right to it. I'm like, trippy.
Oh,
Happens a lot with a few people.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have that experience with like doing Reiki too, right? Do you do Reiki also? Yeah,
do.
yeah. Where it's like, it's like something just has to come out, right? I always ask my clients too, like, do you want to hear kind of the things that are coming to me intuitively, or would you prefer to have this be silent? But like when I have that permission, it's like just the things that we don't have to think that hard about it, and what a gift that is.
Yeah, energy work is really fascinating.
It really is.
Really fascinating.
Yeah. How do you see it, as it becomes something more and more people are kind of tapping into, are curious about, are learning? How do you see it shaping our world? That's a hard question.
Well, this is a whole other conversation. My goodness. So I've been reading Shamanic Reiki.
Yes.
Diving into that. I've just started it, so I don't really have a whole lot of content yet, but shamanism is a person who's probably lived through a lot of traumas and things. They've had otherworldly experiences, out-of-body experiences.
Yes.
They leave their body essentially to tap into higher energy. Reiki basically does the same thing in a different capacity.
Yeah.
Some of these other books that I've read recently talk about energy work being, or not energy work, but people's attitudes about themselves and the world, and our energy as a collective human body controls the weather. I'm like, I kind of think that could be a thing. Because look at all the terribleness in the world, and the weather's a little out of whack. I'm like, everything's out of balance. That kind of checks out. I think if everybody was on a better energy plane in general for their own personal self, their own inner peace, that spills out into the rest of the world.
How do you recommend people do that work? Like,
Meditation and yoga.
Are those your two favorites?
Go outside, touch some grass, breathe in the air.
Are you a fan of hugging trees like I am?
Always, yes.
I love to hug a tree.
Yes. I have so many pictures of me hugging palm trees. But be outside, be in your environment, be part of the world. Stop being in front of a screen. Stop numbing yourself with whatever you numb yourself with. Go be present in the world. Take care of yourself.
I think, I think it speaks to the idea of reciprocity with the world, right? When you are present with the world, like your presence is a gift. My favorite quote, I've said it so many times, Simone Weil, attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. Right? Our
And so
presence.
few people give their attention these days.
Yeah.
How many times are people just like talking to you, but like not even paying attention to you because they're looking at their phone, they're looking at something else, they're not even paying attention all the time.
It's hard too because it's like there's that, I think that pervasive stress that prevents it. I mean, perhaps we want to be more present than we are, but it's like our bodies are like just not allowing it. We're so distracted by it.
Yep. Lifestyles of convenience are killing us all is basically what it boils down to.
Yeah, I think I would say having spent years prescribing medications and telling people what to do and what to eat and what not to eat and how to move, and if it feels like too much to make a change in your life, like just get on someone's energy table.
Yep.
Just allow yourself to be loved for a little bit.
Yep. I have clients now that are they're so in their own way, and I'm like, you will receive the messages to change when you are ready to hear them, and I will support you every step of the way. Be patient with yourself, because we don't always get the energy and motivation to move in the direction we want to move until we're ready to do it.
So true. Yeah, exactly. We can all do our best to care for each other in the process, I think, right? Oof. So, Sally, amazing Sally, how can someone find you who wants to experience your magic?
I am currently at 155 Dow Street. I rent within the Humble Warrior Yoga Studio underneath Fratello's in Manchester. Yeah, book online.
Yeah. What are
Kneaded Ease by Sally B.
What are some of the services that you offer? I know, like, I've done 90-minute massages with you.
I do 60-minute, 90-minute, 2-hour. We can do open-ended sessions if somebody needs that. I do energy work. Come to me with a problem, I'll give you a solution.
Yes, and I love your work with essential oils too. I think like they're such beautiful allies to call in to support us too.
Crystals, oils.
Oh, all of it. It's just so good and juicy and wonderful. Oh. Anything else that you want to share with our viewers before we close out?
No, but thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for being here, Sally. I look forward to many more chats about our shared curiosity and passion.
Same.
Thanks for leading the way and stepping into your gorgeous weird so we can all kind of see how it's done.
Hooray.
Hooray. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next time.